Okay. Am I audible? Is it audible, madam? Okay. Right. Yesterday I was doing this problem and which was asked in one of the examination January 2016 for 8 marks. Find current I1. The question was like this. Find current I1 in the circuit shown in figure using nodal analysis, he said. So due to network issues, we couldn't able to complete this problem. Anyhow, so we do this problem. So now first you identify the nodes V1 and V2, and this is V3 and which is grounded. And since it is grounded, its value potential is 0, we said. Okay, now you apply the KCL. KCL to node 1. KCL to node 1. Node 1. Okay, right? Next, what is that we have? V1. This 20 is nothing but equal 20 volts. 20 at an angle of 0. Okay, right? V1 minus 20. V1 minus 20 divided by 10 plus V1 minus 0 divided by minus 2.5J plus V1 minus V2 divided by 4J is equal to 0. This was the equation. Okay. 1 by V1, 1 by 10. 1 by 10 is nothing but 0.1. So 0.1 V1 and here complex values. So 1 by 4 is 0.25. And when it goes to numerator, minus 2.5J. And is what is this one? Minus 2.5J. 1 by X is 0.4. Plus 0.4. Plus 0.4J. And this is minus 0.25J. How much is that? Hmm. 1 by minus 2.5J plus 1 by 4J plus 0.15J into V1. And what about V2? V2 when it J goes to numerator, minus J is there, minus of minus is plus, 1 by 4 is 0.25, 0.25 V2, 0.25J into V2, we got it. And next 20 by 10 is 2, transferred right hand side, it will be 2. Call this as equation number 1. Okay, right. So now KCL to node 2. KCL to node 2. KCL to node 2. If you apply KCL to node 2, what is that we have? V2 minus V1. V2 minus V1 divided by 4J. And current is entering minus 2I1 and plus V2 minus 0. V2 minus 0. V2 minus 0 divided by 2J is equal to 0 we have. So V1 coefficient, what is that we have? 1 by 4J. 1 by 4J is what? Minus, when it goes to numerator, minus J, minus of minus is plus J. So therefore plus 0.25 J into V1 we have. What about V2? V2 is nothing but 1 by 4J. 1 by 4 is 0.25. 1 by 2 is 0.5. 0.75 when J goes to numerator, minus J. Therefore, what will you get? Minus 0.75, 0.75 J into V2 minus 2I1 is equal to 0. Now you substitute for I1, substitute for I1, which is equal to, I1 is nothing but this current. This current is nothing but V1 minus 0 divided by this much, right? V1 minus 0 divided by minus 2.5 J, which is nothing but equal to, I1 is equal to 1 by 2.5, 0.4, 1 by 2.5, 0.4. So J when it goes to numerator, minus J. Therefore, what will it? Minus of minus is plus J, you will get it. So therefore, 0.4 J na, 0.4 J into V1 we can get, right? Substitute in that equation. So therefore, 0.25 J into V1 minus 0.75 J into V2 minus 2 into I1 value is what? 0.4 J into V1 is equal to 0. Now add this one, 0.2 into 0.4, 0.8j, minus 0.8j, minus 0.25j. How much is that? Plus 0.25j minus 0.8j. How much? Minus 0.55j into V1 minus 0.75j into V2 is equal to 0. Call this as equation number 2. Now you write down the matrix for this. V1, V2, we have V1 coefficient, what is that? We have 0.1 plus 0.15j, 0.1 plus 0.15j, and V2 coefficient 0.25j, 0.25j, and right hand side is 2, and here minus 0.55j and minus 0.75j and 0. Okay, right. Find out delta first. Delta is equal to what? These two you should multiply it. 0.1 plus 0.15j into minus 0.75j plus minus of minus here, minus one determinant minus is there, minus of minus plus you will get it, 0.25j into 0.55j. How much is that? 0.25j into 0.55j. Plus minus point minus 0.1374 75. Okay, simplify this and tell me what is delta. Simplify. Point 112. Put the final answer. All the students, please check it. Calculation. Minus 0.025 minus 0.0 j na. Okay, delta. Now what is that we want? I want to find out I1. I1 is nothing but what? V1 by this one, or I1 is equal to 0.4j into V1. So therefore we need to calculate only V1. V1 is nothing but equal to what? So no need to calculate V2. V1 is equal to delta 1 by delta. Okay, right. Delta 1 is nothing but replace first column by the right hand side. Right hand side in the matrix is 2 0. So 2 0, and second column will remain same, 0.25 j and minus 0.75 j divided by delta. Okay, right. So V1 is equal to, this is 0 and minus what is that we have? This is first one, you should take it, right? So 2 into what? 2 into minus 0.75 j divided by delta is what? Minus 0.025 minus 0.075 j. Divide it. V1 is equal to minus 18 minus, that is your V1. Now we will have to find out I1. I1 is given by, I1 is equal, but I1 is equal to what? 0.4j into V1. 0.4j into V1, which is equal to 0.4j into V1 is what? Minus 18 minus 6j. Tell me what is the value? 2.4 minus 7.2 Okay. So that is how we should calculate this one. So that is the 8 marks question. No need to calculate V2 because only is asking find the I1 using. Okay. So like this, we can solve any number of problems on the nodal analysis. So that's about last 5 years question papers. Still many more problems are there. I have shared the question paper. Go through the questions. If you finding it difficult, then you can ask the question. I can solve it. Okay. So let us move on to the next module. So next module says that network theorems. Let us move on to the next module. Still you can solve any number. Last 5 years problems I have solved it. Okay, right? All examination video problems I have solved it. Now go through the question papers of the old question papers also. You will find the variety of problems. Correct. So here network module 2. Module 2 is network theorems. Correct. Correct. So what is network theorem and what is the necessity of it? We know that, for example, in our KVL, KCL or mesh analysis and nodal analysis, what it is a general method of finding the voltage or current in a branch. General method means what? Whether it is necessary or not. All the node voltages we need to calculate, all the loop currents we can calculate it. But let us say you want to calculate the current in a particular branch or voltage across a particular branch. Then these theorems are very much useful. So therefore, we are going in this one, in your syllabus, we are having 5 theorems are there. 5 theorems, one by one we shall discuss. The first one is what is known as superposition theorem. Superposition theorem. Second one is Thevenin's theorem. Thevenin's theorem. And third one is Norton's theorem. Fourth one is maximum power transfer theorem or Millman's theorem. Millman's theorem. Fifth one is maximum power transfer theorem. Okay, right. Now we shall discuss one by one each theorems, right? First we shall take it up with the superposition theorem. Superposition theorem, first theorem. Okay, right. So what is this theorem states that? So let us say if you have a network, so in the network we can have number of sources. If number of sources are there, then if you interchange the excitation and response, for example, let us say we have number of sources. First we shall go for the statement. Now according to this theorem, what it says is, let us say we have number of sources. The superposition theorem is applicable only for multi sources. That means more than one source is there, then only we can apply it. Let us say I have one resistor, one more resistor here, one more resistor here, one more voltage source here. Let us say this one is E1, E2 is there. Let us say I want to find out so these are the excitations. Excitations are nothing but voltage source or current source. And response is nothing but voltage or current. Response means what? It can be voltage or current in any branch. So response in any branch. Let us say you take this one. Let us say current here, I. Response in any branch due to number of sources acting simultaneously. Simultaneously means what? Both the sources are acting is equal to the sum of the responses when they are acting individually. Sum of the responses when they are acting individually. What do you mean by individually? That means I'll first say, first you shall consider one source, other one you make it 0. And voltage source are this is E2, and the response when the only second one is acting, I'll call it as I2. So non-linear. Is it audible? Okay, right. Sorry for the interruption. There is a problem with the network. Once again. So that means, what is that? We shall go for the statement. According to superposition theorem, response in any branch, the response can be what? Either voltage or current. Current through this one or voltage across this one. Or this one or this, any element you can take it. Response in element, according to this theorem, in any linear bilateral multi-source network, response in any branch due to number of sources acting simultaneously is equal to, this is the response, that is the current, due to number of both the sources are acting simultaneously, is equal to the sum of the responses when they are acting individually. Individually means what? And when they are acting individually, other sources are made zero. Voltage sources are made zero by short circuiting, and current sources are made zero by open circuiting, right? So this is known as this is the statement of the superposition theorem. Generally, they will ask for the two, state and prove superposition theorem. Statement will fetch you 2 marks. Now we shall go for the proof of this one. Okay, right. Now I will take up this one easy circuit, and I will to prove the theorem. Okay, right. So now let us consider. Shall we start from here, madam? Is it possible? Okay, right. End in the okay, right. Now let us consider proof of the theorem. Now what I should prove is, let us consider a multi-source network. Let us say impedance Z1. Why I am considering impedance is, impedance means it includes resistance, capacitance, inductance. That's why in general I'll take it as Z1, Z2, Z3. I'll take up one current source. It become very easy for me. Current source I'll call it as I, and voltage source I'll call it as V. Okay, right. V or E. E you can take it. Okay. Now you find out the current in this branch. Okay, right. This current I'll call it as, let us say, I dash. I dash I'll call it as. Okay, right. Now both of them are acting simultaneously. What is the current? We shall calculate it. First you calculate this one. So how will you calculate this? Let us say this is I1, this is I2. This current is nothing but I1 plus I2. I1 plus I2. We have I1 minus I2, sorry. I1 minus I2. Okay, right. Now I dash is nothing but I1 minus I2 we can write. So KVL apply, KVL to loop 1, KVL to loop 1. What is that we have? Same current, minus same direction, minus Z1 into I1, minus Z2 into I1 minus I2, plus E is equal to 0. Minus of Z1 plus Z2 into I1 plus Z2 into I2 is equal to minus E. Minus E. Okay, right. Now this is one equation, we got it. Next, what is that we have to calculate? To get the I dash, we will have to calculate I1 and I2. Now go for the second one. So according to this one, what is that we have? Current source is in the perimeter of the network. Therefore, I2 is equal to minus I. I2 is equal to. So from the network, since current source is in the perimeter of the network, I2 is nothing but equal to minus I, because I2 is this direction, opposite is I. Therefore, we will get minus I. So now you substitute in this equation. Substitute in equation number 1. Substitute in 1. What will you get? So if you substitute it in 1, what will you get? Minus of Z1 plus Z2 into I1 plus Z2 into I2 is minus I. Minus I is equal to minus E. Now, what we need to calculate? First, you see, to get the I dash, we'll have to find out I1 and I2. So, therefore, we can write it as I1 you substitute. I1 you calculate from this one. How will you get this one? Minus sign is there on both sides. You calculate, you can cancel it. And Z1 plus Z2 into I1 is equal to E plus Z2 into I. Okay, therefore I1 is equal to E plus Z2 into I divided by Z1 plus Z2. So we got I1. Next, what is that we have? I dash. I dash is equal to what? But I dash, we want this I dash current. I dash is nothing but I1 minus I2. Therefore, I substitute for both I1 and I2. I1 is what? E plus Z2 into I divided by Z1 plus Z2 minus I2. I2 is nothing but what? Minus I. Minus I. Minus I, we got it. So therefore, Z1 plus Z2, you write it E plus Z2 into I plus minus, you take the LCM, minus Z1 into I minus Z2 into I divided by Z1 plus Z2. So then for what is that we get it? Minus Z2I plus Z2I gets cancelled. So therefore, I dash is equal to E plus E minus Z1 into I divided by Z1 plus Z2. Okay, right. Now I call this one as I dash. The I dash is nothing but what? Current due to both the sources are acting simultaneously. I got it. Now you find out the current when they are acting individually. So now you go for, call this equation as 1. So according to me, what is that we should get? So current when both of them are acting is known as I dash. And when they are acting individually, I will call it as I dash and I double dash and I triple dash. And I dash should be equal to response when both of them are acting simultaneously is equal to the sum of the responses. Sum of the responses, I will call it as I double dash plus I triple dash is equal to I dash. I will need to prove. Okay. So now case 2. So now this is case 1. Proof. Case 1. Both sources are acting simultaneously. Both are acting simultaneously. Both sources are acting simultaneously. Now, response when both the sources are acting simultaneously is equal to the sum of the responses when they are acting individually. Now we shall take one is only one, any one source is acting. Case 3, case 2. First, voltage source is acting. Only voltage source is acting. Only voltage source is considered. If that is the case, what is that we are going to have? Voltage source plus minus and Z1 and Z3 and this is Z2. Okay, right. Now you make this one open circuit because voltage source are made 0 by short circuiting and current source are made 0 by open circuiting. Here I will open circuit it and the response here I will call it as I double dash. Okay. Since it is open circuited, no current is flowing here and I can calculate this whole current itself is I double dash. I will call it as I double dash. KVL you put it. Kirchhoff voltage law, KVL or mesh analysis loop. So what is that we have? If you apply KVL, what will you get? Minus Z1 into I double dash minus Z1 into I double dash minus Z2 into I double dash plus E is equal to 0, we get it. So therefore, I double dash you calculate it. So transfer to the right hand side, minus of Z1 plus Z2 into I double dash is equal to minus E. This minus gets cancelled. I double dash is equal to E divided by Z1 plus Z2. So this is nothing but what? Response when the source, which source? Only voltage source is acting. Now you consider the third case. So this is I double dash. I triple dash is what? Case 3. Case 3. What is that we have? Only current source is acting. Only current source. Current source is acting. Then what is the current in this particular exact response? Now Okay, when you are making the current source is acting, voltage source is made short circuited. This is short circuited. Voltage sources are made zero by short circuiting. Z1, Z2, and this current source you keep it as it is. Call it as I. Okay, right. Now this current I'll call it as I double dash. Sorry, I triple dash. What is this I triple dash? That we need to calculate. This is your Z3. Okay, right. Z3. I triple dash. I triple dash is equal to, now from current is flowing from here. This same current is flowing here. Therefore, this current is divided here. Okay, right. Now what is that? We can write it. I triple dash is equal to, by current divide rule you can. So whatever the current coming here, that is splitted here. So therefore, total current is what? I into, I want to calculate the current in this branch. Total current into resistance in the other branch. Resistance in the other branch is what? Z1. I want to calculate the current in this branch. Total current into resistance in the other branch is Z1 divided by total resistance. These two resistance only you should consider. What is that? Resistance is what? Z1 plus Z2. We should not consider this one because current is dividing here only. So therefore, what I should say? Total current into resistance in the other branch divided by total resistance Z1 plus Z2. So this you call it as equation number 3. And this one you call it as equation number 2. Now add 2 and 3 and you should get 1. Okay, right? So now what is that you should write? From 2 and 3. From 2 and 3. I double dash plus I triple dash. I triple dash is equal to what? I double dash plus I triple dash. So what is that we have here? I double dash plus I triple dash. ಇಲ್ಲ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಇದು ಯಾವ್ದು ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ?
Sir, I2 is minus I, sir.
I2 is equal to minus I.
Sir, it's E minus Z2I, sir.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ I dash is equal to what? I1 minus I2. Okay, I2 is equal to what? So I1 minus I2. I1 I have substituted here. I2 minus I2. Minus I is nothing but this is plus I. So therefore, what will you get? Plus barta. Okay, right. Only 2 is that 2I barta. No. Hello, one mistake agide hangare. Okay, anyhow, we shall calculate this one. I double dash plus I triple dash. I double dash is how much? I double dash is E divided by Z1 plus Z2. E divided by Z1 plus Z2 plus I into Z1 divided by Z1 plus Z2. So therefore, which is equal to E plus I into Z1 divided by Z1 plus Z2. That means this is the response when both of them are acting simultaneously. Individually. Sum of the responses when they're acting individually. And that should be equal to the response when both of them are acting simultaneously. Now you check it out. So what is that current? Because this current is nothing but equal to I1 minus I2. See this?
So second column first equation is wrong, sir.
So what is that we can write it? Minus Z1 into I1 minus Z2 into I2 and plus Z2 into I2 is equal to minus E. Okay. Once you transfer to rate. Okay. ಅದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. Okay, right. I1 is equal to what?
E minus Z2 into I.
I1 is equal to E plus Z2I divided by Z1 plus Z2. Okay, right?
So E minus
Okay, right. I dash is equal to I1 minus I2. I1 minus I2. I1 minus I2, no? Minus I2. Minus I2 is what? Okay, right. I1 minus I2. I2 is what? Minus plus I, you will get it. And then what will you get? You should get cancel. No, one of them. We'll check it out. 1 minute.
Sir, I2 is equals to minus I. So minus into minus plus.
E plus I2 Z2. I1 minus I2. This is correct. Plus Z1 plus plus 1 minute. E plus Z1 into I1. ಇಲ್ಲ okay, here plus Z2 into I, and I substituted minus I there. I2 is nothing but equal to minus I. I2 is equal to minus I have substituted here. Correct agide. Here we did a mistake. Sorry. So what is that we have is, so we got this initially we got this one. Look here. So where exactly we did the mistake? Okay, right? Minus of Z1 plus Z2, minus of Z1 plus Z2 into I1 plus Z2 into I2 plus Z2 into I2. I2 is nothing but minus I wrote it here. Okay, right? And this is minus E. This we have calculated it, and this one we cancel it. This minus is gets cancelled. Now you transfer this to the right hand side, it become minus. So therefore, this will become minus, and this will become minus, and therefore I1 is equal to what? Minus Z2 into I. We get it, and this is what? Plus I. It's correct, and this is minus Z2 into I, and these two gets cancelled. Therefore, what will you get? Minus Z2 plus Z1 into E plus Z1 into these two gets cancelled, plus Z1 E plus Z1 into I. We called as equation. It's correct. Now what is that we have? I double dash. So call this equation as 4. From 1 and 4, what is your conclusion? I dash is equal to I double dash plus I triple dash. That's what we can understand from this, right? So what is that we can say? Response due to number of sources acting simultaneously. That means response due to both the sources are acting, that I call it as I dash, is equal to the sum of the responses due to when they're acting individually. Now in the case 2, only first source is acting. I got the current as I double dash E divided by Z1 plus I2. And second case, what is that we have is, when only current source is acting, other source is made 0, and current source is made 0 by open circuiting, and voltage source is made 0 by short circuiting. So therefore, I triple dash, what is that? These two you add it. E divided by Z1 plus Z2, response due to when due to voltage source, and I triple dash is response due to current source, and therefore this I dash is equal to I double dash plus I triple dash. So this proof they'll ask for 6 marks in the examination, right? So that means, once again I'll repeat the statement of the superposition theorem. That is very, very important. In any linear bilateral multi-source network, response in any branch due to number of sources acting simultaneously, both the sources are acting simultaneously, is equal to the sum of the responses when they're acting individually. And voltage sources are made 0 by short circuiting, and current sources are made 0 by open circuiting, right? So this is the statement of the superposition theorem, and proof also I did it, right? Now we shall go for one or two one problem if possible, if time permits. Otherwise, we can stop at this point. Okay, right. So I'll do the problem in the next class. Okay, it's time up. So proof of this one, you should practice it. In the examination, we have seen the question on this. Yeah, there is a problem in the examination in August, September 2020 itself for 10 marks. Okay, right? Even in the other paper, you can check it out. January, February 2020. Here also. Okay, see that question, 6 marks. State and explain superposition theorem. So this proof he has asked for 6 marks in the examination. State and explain superposition theorem for 6 marks. So which was asked in last year regular paper. Okay, right? This proof he has asked for 6 marks in the examination. Right? So this is, and problems are there, there on other theorems. Okay, right. Here it is not there in 2019. So this kind of problems on the theorem statement also we have seen in the last year regular paper, state and prove theorem. Okay, I'll continue in the next class. Thank you.